Hey guys, man, it is a beautiful Boulder Shoulder Thursday day, baby. Thursday day. Yeah, it's Thursday day. Man, today's like a signifying day for me, if you will. I feel like I always remember the first day of the year when I get into my car and it's actually hot in there. So I was standing outside, nice breeze, it was cool out, it was like 60 degrees. I picked my head in the car to put my gym bag in there. I'm like, oh my God, why is it so hot? And then I did it a couple more times and I'm like, today's the day. So for me, I always declare that as spring has arrived. So as far as John's concerned in the John brain calendar, spring is finally here, baby. So we're feeling good, feeling strong today. Heading over there for obviously Boulder Shoulder Day. And Boulder Shoulder Thursday day was what it was. I was fortunate in my schedule today a little bit. I had to get up super early for clients, and I didn't get to bed on time like I should have last night because I was just in the middle of doing a couple things. So I didn't get a lot of sleep. But fortunately, my friends, I had enough time after my 3 clients in the morning, whatever it was something tiny. But I don't train a lot of people anymore, so that's, normal. 3 clients in the morning. I was able to go home, take a 2-hour nap, crash out. So that put me basically at 8 hours sleep for the day, give or take. Maybe a little bit, because I know I added an extra 15 minutes after that 2 hours. I just set another timer, it just collapsed back down. So we got 3 meals in us right now, and we're heading out to train. Now, I'm always very thankful for the days that I have time to do that. Because if you, if you're missing out on sleep, man, it affects your workout so much. So fortunately, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, obviously, but because I was able to take that nice long nap, it's like we didn't skip a beat. And ironically, kind of in a way, I enjoy that. Just being able to, I got a weird U-turn. Just being able to kind of wake up and come to the gym, Back in the day, man, I always trained with 1 meal in me. Didn't matter what I had to do I didn't care if I had to be somewhere at 9 a.m. I would train at, let's say, 5:30 in the morning, eat 1 meal, go train at 5:30, have my second meal, and then go about my day, right? Now, that was a great schedule. I loved it. Because I loved just getting all the intensity done in the morning, like early, and then just going about my day, doing whatever else I had to do, right? That was a good time. And I really loved being at the gym that early too, man, There's nobody there, and I could just slam it, get after it. As I got bigger, I found that my body needed more food to properly train. So I've always found my sweet spot is 3 meals. Sorry, my throat's been a little dry today again. But like I said, my sweet spot's around 3 meals usually. 2 I can do. If I do 1, my blood sugar drops now. Like my body didn't take in enough food, and as I'm training, my blood sugar starts to drop. So 1 is a no-go anymore. Or if I'm going at 1, it better be like 1.5, and I'm drinking a lot of sugar while I'm training. But at that point, I might as well have 2, 2 meals I feel okay, but I can tell I'm not as explosive as I should be. 3 meals I'm feeling good. Once I get past the 3 meal mark, I don't like training crazy late in the day either. Don't get me wrong, if I can't do it in the morning, I'll do it later with 4 or 5 meals in me. That's irrelevant, but that's not what I prefer. I prefer my 3 meals like late morning, early afternoon sort of deal. Still good in the gym, man. There's not too many people in there. A lot of the people that are there are relatively serious lifters too, which is nice, and to some of the local folk. But man, I don't know, just that making sure I have a couple meals in me makes just a world of difference. And it makes sense, right? It makes sense that you need that food in you to train properly because it absorbs into the body. When you just have one meal in you before you train, what happens is, let's just say you ate breakfast, right? You had a good, massive breakfast because you want to go to the gym with one meal. It takes time for that food to finish up in the stomach, go into the intestines, be digested, and then the nutrients be spread up around throughout the body. The fastest thing to get in your bloodstream is sugar. But the stuff that's not sugar, the protein, the carbs, the fats, that stuff, man, none of that's really in your muscle by the time you get to the gym. So, in a way, when you train with one meal in you, assuming you're not training with one meal and then 2 hours later going to the gym, like eating breakfast and then going to the gym 2 hours later, your muscles, you're kind of training fasted. Your body's going to detect this protein there, so it's not going to go catabolic in that aspect, right? But when you're training, you're going to deplete your glycogen storage really quick. And there's not really going to be any in your system right away to refill it, Like it didn't have any in the bloodstream ready to continue to refill should that glycogen become diminished. It's just kind of in your gut still in your intestines. And the kicker of all that, man, the kicker of it is when you're training, right, your body goes into like that fight or flight mode. And when your body is in that fight or flight mode and releasing adrenaline, your, I want to say sympathetic nervous system. I always mix those two up. I want to say sympathetic nervous system. It's parasympathetic or the sympathetic, but it's the one that we really don't have control over. So the one that's in control of your digestion, that, to be honest, I'm just drawing a blank right now, pretty much shuts down entirely. Because your body says, hold on a second, there's a predator in the area, there's something, we have to fight our way out of this. So it sends all the blood, all of the resources to the skeletal muscle to do what it needs to do to survive. It doesn't know you're in the gym. So when your body's in that intense fight or flight mode, man, digestion simply doesn't happen. And the kicker of it is, if that food is stuck in your stomach and it didn't make its way to your intestines yet, when you're about to go train and you flip on that adrenaline, right? You flip that switch, the food will just kind of stay in your stomach, which is why some people get nauseous when they train too heavy and they eat too much for the gym, because the food's still in their stomach. You don't throw up from your intestines, you throw up from your stomach. So the food was in their stomach, didn't get digested, and they throw it up. If they eat too much and they're going to go do deadlifts or something, which used to be a big problem of mine. I wouldn't throw up, but I'd just be stupid nauseous. Every time I would do deadlifts, I always feel like it's just coming up. But what I was getting at with that, man, is when that food is stuck in your stomach, it's sitting in stomach acid. When it's in your intestines, it's just kind of hanging out with digestive enzymes, which isn't too big of a deal, because it's just breaking it down, and then it'll just kind of slowly work its way through, even though your body's not actively digesting it, because it just goes through the tract. But when it's sitting in that stomach acid is, per the name, incredibly acidic, to the point where it really will hinder a lot of what you're actually getting from the food, because the acidity just kills the nutrients, just obliterates it. A lot more than you may realize. It's like when you take supplements orally, like let's just say you're taking a B12 pill, right? 100 milligrams of a B12 pill, because B12 comes in shots, injectables, and it comes in orals, right? So let's just say you're taking 100 milligrams of a B12 shot, a B12 pill. Because of the stomach acid, it's going to break up some of that B12. So you're really only going to absorb about 80 milligrams, 75 to 80 milligrams, because it'll take apart about 20%. Whereas if you were going to take a B12 shot, what happens is, if you're injecting 100 milligrams, you're getting 100 milligrams, plain and simple. And not only that, when you're doing an intramuscular injection, it bypasses the liver, it bypasses the kidneys. So it just goes to absorption in the body. That's a bad snap. There we go. Absorption in the body, right? But, you know, that's just an example of how strong the stomach acid is. Man, that shit'll eat away anything. And I guess a fun fact for you guys is, you know, I've spoken about this before. I feed my dog completely raw food, right? Completely raw chicken, beef, bones, like the shaved bones that are in there, liver, kidney, testicles, all the organs. You know, it's not trying to sound like Liver King here or anything, but that's what dogs need. You know, those secreting organs are what give them their micronutrients. You know, all those little vitamin minerals that aren't just in the meats themselves. And I go to this place where they make up the pre-made rolls and stuff, and it's all fresh and organic, and blah, blah, blah. All that good stuff. Now, a dog's stomach is far more acidic than a human stomach. So when they're eating things like raw chicken or raw poultry, you don't have to worry about salmonella. Because in the stomach acidity level that humans have, salmonella can still live. But in a dog's stomach, the acidity is so strong, salmonella can't live in there. So what happens is, you wonder why your dogs don't get sick eating raw chicken, things like that. That's why. It's because their stomachs are so acidic. It's such a, oh god, that was a close one of a truck and a bridge. But their stomachs are so acidic, man, that anything you put in there was just gonna get burned right up. You know, if you ever watch Breaking Bad, when they dissolve the bodies in the hydrochloric acid, that's basically a dog's stomach. It's just a pit of burning up anything that goes inside there. We're a little late to the pre-workout because I was on a rant. And if you get me talking about dogs, man, I'm an animal lover. I just keep going. Love them next to me, love petting them, and I love them on my plate. Cheers. Yeah, I'm an animal lover. You know, you hand me a puppy, I turn into a child. You hand me a steak, I'll put half it on a plate for my dog. And we'll just hang out together and have a great night, man. So, you know, on that note, we're gonna be at the gym shortly. I'll see you inside. And let's get after. Let's brutally attack. Let's be more non-indecisive than this guy to the right of me if he's gonna be slow or fast, because I gotta get in front of him now. And that's how we're gonna feel about this boulder freaking shoulder day, baby. I'm making this turn, and let's get it. All right, so I got a couple requests to show you guys this workout. The rear delt pull down, the way I do the pull downs, I really just isolate my rear delt. So what happens is, it's kind of like a really bad form rear delt pull down. Now, when I'm doing these, you're gonna notice I'm flaring my elbows all the way out, leaning back, and I'm pulling just back to my forehead. Because the first mover of any regular pull down is the rear delt. It gets it from here to here. And then your lat pretty much takes over. So, especially when your elbow's flared out that way. So what I do is, I make that the entire lift. This is the proprioception set. We have 200 pounds on here. We'll do 6 reps, no problem. This is just a warm up. From there, I'll show you what an actual intense set looks like. Ooh. Take it easy, baby. All right. When I'm grabbing the bar, I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but I grab slightly wider than shoulder width. So I look like this. My arms are at a bit of a diagonal. Come down. Lock in. Move back. Squeeze. 2, 3, And you can see the difference is, you know, I'm just going here to here instead of here all the way down. We'll take a second, catch our breaths, and actually do the full work set next. Ooh, alrighty. Big boy set now. Do 60 on here. Many as we can clean. About a partial or two. And let's see what we got, baby. Wrap up. Slide over. Let's do it. Okay. Ooh. 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 3. 4. Ooh. 3. Ooh. 3. Oh, fuck. And that's what a proper work set looks like. So rear delts are done. Onto the shrugs as we do traps on shoulder day. I used to put them on back day, but it was just too much for a back day. So shoulders, it's far enough for my back day on purpose, just because of my rear delts and my traps. Time to hit them. So, back at shrugs. One of the most important things that I know I have to drill into your guys' head, because none of you seem to be doing it, is when you're doing your shrugs, make sure you let it stretch all the way down, up and squeeze. It's not just this. You have that full range of motion to stretch all the way down that nobody ever does. They just go here to here. It's like training your calves here to here, but you're forgetting about that full rest of the stretch you can do. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 2 plates on here. 4 total, I guess. 2 plates. This isn't heavyweight at all. We're gonna hit this, hope set, go up to 3, see how we feel from there. Because I haven't really done these since I banged up my shoulder. Did them like once, but it was a very light. Just to get a feel for it, like testing the waters a little bit, you know? Okay. Head down. Ooh. Ooh. Nice and light and easy. We're going up. No reason to waste any more energy on that set. Because 225 is not going to make us grow. 315 up. That'll give us a reason to actually stimulate the muscle a bit. Ooh. 315. Man. I don't get why people call me while I'm in the gym, you know. They know I'm not going to answer. I tried setting up a, you can set up like your own unique do not disturb modes. And I tried setting one up that I could turn on when I was like just in the gym, or it turned on automatically when I reached this location. That says, that it would auto reply to people. Hey, I'm in the gym, I'll get back to you when I'm done. Couldn't figure it out. You know, it's 3, 4. Good enough. It wouldn't work. It kept turning off. So, let's roll this up a little bit. Roll up, wrap up, practice safe sets, remember that. And then, let's just play with some weights, baby. Like a kid in a candy shop. Okay. Nice and tight. that was a decent little set of these. Whew. On to the ancillary stuff. No, reverse pitch, behind the head presses, behind the neck presses, things like that. Whew. Pose. Get out of here and enjoy this beautiful day, baby. Whoa. What's going on, guys? So, shoulder day is finished up. Smashed it today, had a good workout. I'll tell you about all the PRs and stuff in the car on the way home. But man, we, for a beautiful day, it's nice to know we killed it. Walk into the world with a serious pump. Go to the grocery store with, you know, the guns aren't out, but the guns are showing. So without further ado, let's take the pump cover off, see what we look like, see what this workout did for us, and then go about our day, baby. Whew. Okay. Ooh, the neck hole for this shirt's a little smaller than all the other ones I have. I always gotta be careful. I feel like I'm gonna clip that mic off. All right, now let's find the best lighting first. Ooh. We are full today, baby. Whew. Let's see if the leggies are following suit. I think they will be. Feeling good about them today. Leggies. Ooh. Whew. So with those rear delt pull downs, see that meat, you can touch it right back here, over here. You do your rear delts because it blows this muscle up here. You know, when you're looking at yourself from the side, see the front pops up, see the sides pop out, right? But back here, so this pops out and around, see that roundness back there? That's the reason you do those rear delt pull downs. So, on that note, you guys, whew, oh, I'm tight as a brick. I need to stretch, get some food in me, and I will see you tomorrow for a kick-ass freaking leg day. Let's get it, baby. I want to do a nice kick because after that workout tomorrow, it's not going to happen. Man, it's even nicer outside right now. Shoulder day was smashed. We had a great one. So let's talk about these lifts, baby. We added a rep for the first time in a while on those heavy upright rows. So I'll always grab the 140s. That's my like peak work set of the upright rows. Always went to like 8 to 10 reps. Today I was feeling good, threw an 11th in there, but that was fun. As far as the lateral raises afterwards, we did 70-pound lateral raises again, no problem. You know, they were heavy, don't get me wrong, but there was no issue in getting it done. So we killed those, killed the uprights. I'm gonna make this light. Thank you. I'll need to have to stop at the train tracks. But you know, a win's a win. A win's a win, baby. And we did the heavy partials. You know, those ones, I call them the half holds, where you're doing the lateral raises, right? You're only going like here to here, just that short range motion. that some people give me shit for. Instead of the 120s, we went up to 125s today for a solid 10 reps. Out, squeeze, slow in, up, squeeze, slow in. Not a very far range of motion, but it's really just like there's the train. Not a very far range of motion, like I said, but nice and heavy, controlled. All about those partials, baby. After that, rear delt pull downs. On that last max set, we added those 3 partials, where last week we didn't have those in there. That was great. And I had a lot of people wanted to see what that exercise was after I mentioned it last week and I didn't put it in the video. So that's why I made sure to get it in there today for you guys. So hope those of you that requested it, check this video out and let me know what you think. If that was clear enough of an explanation for you. I think we nailed it. I think we nailed it. Aside that, man, I mean, the shrugs were good. The reverse behind the head. Let's call the behind the head stuff reverse sometimes. I don't know why. But behind the head Smiths for the PRs, not PRs, the PT work sort of deal. That was good. That's slowly going up. And that's really all we did today, man. We stuck to the basics for the most part because we got here a little later than we should have. Oh, and the reverse pitches. I knew I forgot something. The reverse pitches, did those, no problem. But that's really more just rotator cuff work, so that's not really fun to talk about or fun to watch or anything, you know. It's like, here, watch me do this. You know, you're not going to wild failure on that. You're just doing them. So, above all else, man, it was a solid workout. We were looking nice and full and juicy in that posing room. You see that? You didn't skip it, did you? Did you see that? The muscles were full. Everything was popping out nicely. We're holding a little water weight for sure because I have a lot of... God, cops are pulling everybody over right now. Oh my God. I've seen like 3 so far. Must be their quotas or something. But anyway, what are you gonna do? Don't do stupid shit, you won't get pulled over. You know? But as far as the workout, it was great. We're holding some water, like I was saying. I can see it on my stomach. Just from stress and stuff. We have a lot going on right now. Some good, some bad. But everything's okay. Everything's always going to be okay. You know, we figure our ways out around, figure our way out and around little things. And, you know, what's the worst that could happen? Right? Could always be worse. There's always somebody going through worse. And, you figure things out, man. Plain and simple, you figure things out. Side note, if you're an athlete on Long Island, or a personal trainer on Long Island, I have coming up, I have a great offer for, like, a meal prep service for you guys. To get cheaper meals for yourselves, and cheaper meals for your clients. You know, I'm not like some random sponsored athlete on there, so you're not going to be using my code. I'm helping to spearhead the entire operation. So we're trying to build a team of kick-ass people. You know, trainers that can feed themselves cheaper, clients that you'll be able to feed cheaper, quality food, all organic, good stuff. I'm not going to go into all the nitty-gritty details of it right now because it's not important and nobody cares. But if you're a trainer who's sure looking to make an extra couple bucks, that's always fun. But more importantly, make sure that you have quality food for cheaper than you're buying at the grocery stores, because we have an inn somewhere where we get the food nice and cheap and it's beautiful quality. We know a guy. We know a guy, baby. On top of that, give your clients, or your friends, family, whatever, but just referring to trainers right now, your clients, quality meals that they need to be eating anyway, where you'll make a couple bucks on them, and it'll be cheaper for them to buy it from you than it would be for them to cook it themselves, which is true. It's a win-win. It's a win-win, man, but that's information for another day. So until that point, my friends, I'm going to leave you with this. Hope you have a great day. Hope you refeed yourselves. Eat some good food today because tomorrow we're hitting legs. I need you guys to help fuel me. So eat something good, throw some calories my way, all right? And on that note, I'll see you tomorrow. Let's get it, baby.